Flavorful, they're colorful, and these days you just never know where fresh California berries will turn up next. A beacon of springtime and warmer weather on the horizon, fresh California berries of every shape, size, and color are in high demand this time of year. And many of them start here along the central coast of California, where the cool coastal climate mixed with the rich soil, dedicated farmers, and skilled workers, and the perfect recipe for success is formulated. And for nature-ripe farmer Tom Amrine, growing the little berries requires a lot of big work throughout the year.
And so there's that whole process of hand-picking them, but then there's also the process of pruning and taking care of each individual plant that goes on, so it's tremendously labor intensive.
But at Tom's Watsonville farm, blackberries actually reign supreme these days. He says when choosing them, look for deep, evenly colored berries with a nice sheen. They should be plump and dry and shouldn't have many dents or bruises.
Blackberries are made up of something called drupelets, which are these individual little, I guess you would call them cells, and there's a seed in each one of those. And that's kind of characteristic of a blackberry.
In addition to farming, Tom believes in connecting foodies with farmers like himself by giving tours to folks interested in what it takes to get produce from the farm to their forks. On this tour, Tom shows food industry professionals from all over the country, as well as chefs and students from the Culinary Institute of America, what a day in the life of a farmer is all about.
First off, for those of us who buy produce in the supermarkets, to get out into the fields and see what really happens is fascinating.
As a chef, understanding the ingredients just makes you a better cook, because you understand where it comes from and then what its functionality is, not just flavor but texture and where it's from. And I think it's why we have some students here from like the Culinary Institute of America, is so they respect what they're using.
Someone who understands the complexities involved with growing produce is Chef Rasul Razalat from the nearby and world-renowned Pebble Beach Golf Course and Resort. As you might guess, his diners are particularly discerning, being accustomed to only the best food being served to them. And while working in such a prestigious restaurant does have its challenges, it does have its advantages too. Mainly access to the bounty of local produce that is all around them.
I can call the farmer and ask him to get me these berries next day, or maybe the same day, later afternoon they bring it to your door. And you know that you don't have to work so much hard for it, and just provide that to clientele and they realize the best berries you ever had.
Chef Rasul calls fresh California grown berries a healthy indulgence and one that he can't get enough of. From his 4-berry gelée to his raspberry soufflé, berries are cared for as delicately in the kitchen as they are out in the fields.
We want the customer knows that we are protecting the alcohol culture of here, and the farmers, they're growing these berries and the vegetables, of course. And we don't have to reach for far.
It's probably one of the most noble things to do, is to feed somebody and nurture their body. And so knowing where the food comes from is really important. It connects the whole thing.